So it happened again just yesterday. I love this work. This couple contacted me. I hadn't seen them before, and they're in the middle of some upsiding event, wanted some support. So we had our session, and they were pretty charged up, but it took about half an hour or so for us to kind of connect and for me to get the gist of what was going on and for me to actually teach them some pretty simple ideas that they could apply right away about tuning in, getting down to what's the real issue behind what was apparently going on between them. So they were willing, and we did that, and there was that moment of them speaking in some way that the other person could hear, and then the other person also being able to do that, and then them looking into each other's eyes and finding each other again. It's that melting moment, like, moving out of that "you are my enemy" place to, oh, wait a second, I recognize you, you're my beloved. So that's the best for me. I'm Dr. Julie Colwell. I'm telling you about Reconnecting Couples, this training I'm really excited about in July. Because I started way back when with couples. It's a little scary to say, but what I knew about working with couples was pretty much reflective listening. What I heard you say was. So I would teach that to them. But the problem was I couldn't actually do it myself at home in my own relationship. I was too reactive. So I would already, could I actually hear what you said? No, not very well. And then I'd try to say it back, and it didn't really usually go very well. I was probably still in a pretty reactive place. All right, so then I kind of limped along with that and found John Gottman's work, studied him for a while. Brilliant work, of course. Sue Johnson's work. And then eventually I started pulling in pieces of my own life and my own past and my own understanding of life, along with finding again Katie Hendricks' work about the body-centered experience. But what was really compelling for me was power issues, power struggle. I noticed how good I was at creating power struggle in my relationship. And so what was that about for me? So the fourth of 4 kids, okay, that might have had something to do with it. I was pretty oriented to my whole radical feminist perspective on life, right? Looking at systems and power and how does this really work? So very fascinating for me. So I started applying that, and that's what you're going to get is my application, the tools that I teach. I love a good tool for the job. It's so satisfying when you've got the right one. So there's going to be a variety of them. Like a few of them are the anatomy of power struggle, and then really how to shift it in a very direct pathway that you can remember, that you can teach to your couples, that they can take with them right away. There's the inner map, which is a tool I've been developing over the last couple decades. Very useful to orient immediately to where am I, what's really going on for me emotionally, and what am I trying to tell myself? What is my body trying to tell me so that I can tell you? Personas and persona interlocks, those parts of us that take over when we're in reactive brain, and a whole bunch more. So really great tools that are concrete skills that you can pass along to your couples as you're embodying them yourself. Now all of these are applicable, right? The things that couples come in with. We know the list: sex, money, family, parenting, the big life decisions people are faced with in an ongoing way. So you can take what you're learning and then work with couples with whatever issue they're coming in with. Pretty much, there might be exceptions, but I'd say that's what you're going to come away with, is some real confidence in who you are when you're sitting down with a couple, as well as hopefully a lot of excitement and this whole feeling of play and possibility, because this is about being in creative brain and that moving out of like that place of reactivity that we understand so much better these days with polyvagal theory and our other new experiences or understandings of the body and how it's impacting us all the time. So that place of moving into curiosity and openness, which I find so enlivening for me, so that after 30 some years in practice, I love my work. So that's what I'm hoping to pass on to you, is that same verve and fascination and sense of play and that place of your own satisfaction, as well as supporting your couples to shift into their own sense of possibility and creativity, co-creativity, passion, aliveness. So check us out. There's links below here. Reconnecting Couples. We'll be doing this virtually and also in person, yay, in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. So I do hope I get to meet you in July.